this is Sharla with Clubbin Productions on FFTV1. This is Celebrity Unseen, and today we are going to meet the extremely talented Stephen McSwain of McSwain Guitars. This is Stephen McSwain of McSwain Guitars.
Hello.
And he has many talents. Today we're going to focus on his guitar talents. Tell us exactly, in your words, what you do.
Basically, I'm a high-end custom guitar builder. I build one-of-a-kind guitars that are also what I call functional art.
Define functional art. You can play the guitar.
Yeah, it's basically a piece of artwork that you can hang on your wall, but then you can pull it off and go play on a tour and go around the world with it.
How long does it take to make one of these guitars, start to finish?
Well, on average, on the quick, it would be about a month and a half, like 6 weeks, and I've had some that have taken up to 3 to 6 months before, and I'll show you one of those, which is this car guitar that I did. So this is a car guitar. I did a series of a couple of car guitars for a client out of New York, and basically this is all carved out of a chunk of wood, and it's hollow on the inside, and they're little rubber tires that I make these wooden donuts for, and they're remote control car tires, and everything else I carve. This is plexiglass that I use a heat gun and melt in, and then if you look, the headlights.
Oh my gosh!
And the tail lights light up, and it's one of those things.
It says McSwain.
Of course, it's a California license plate. It says McSwain on it. So. But I mean, and the crazy thing about this is it plays, and it's a completely functional guitar. I mean,
Oh, play a little.
You know, so.
What prices? Ranging?
On average, they range from anywhere from like 10 up to $20,000. I mean, there are some that are cheaper, some that are more. It just depends on what the materials are. Somebody comes to me with an idea. Oh, I want a dragon carved into the guitar, so I can play it. I'll carve a dragon into the guitar, you know. So this is one of my most recent guitars that I finished, which is old Budweiser cans.
Great idea.
I found these old, like, they're steel cans that are from like the 50s and 60s that they used to use the old church key to open up. You know, you'd have to, like, the tomato juice can key.
Where do you find this?
eBay mostly. You know, sometimes I'll find them at like little junk shops and flea markets around, but I had this idea of taking them and peeling them apart and laminating them to the top of the guitar. So
what are you working on, like, right now?
I've got one piece that I'm finishing up for the guys Scott and Candy Crystal Method. I did this whole unit where I started with just a board and some planks and made the two bass necks, and it was for an art project for Pioneer DJ that they were going to auction these off for the Save the Music Foundation. Great. Which is great. So I'm like, I'm in. Okay. So we did the first one, which didn't really function. It just kind of lit up, and Crystal Method had this decal, made to put on it, and they got such a great reaction from it that Pioneer wanted to do 2 more that actually worked. This one is another can guitar. This is an actual old oil can that is, back in the 40s and 50s, they had all these old different small little oil can or oil companies for cars, and so I found a lot of these, and this kind of looks like this. I mean, you have like these really super cool graphics on them, and I just thought it would be such a neat thing to put on a guitar, and so again, laminated to the top, and I actually cut this out and made a little light box, so when you pull it up you get a little lighting effect. And so these are lug nuts from just an auto body shop, and hex bolts that I cut in half and inlay, and so you just distress it and make it into this piece of functional art. This is old aircraft aluminum, and this is kind of one of my most popular models that I've done. This is one that I call the machine, and so these are old airplane gauges that I find in these junkyards, and then you pull the volume knob up and they glow, so it kind of gives it a little lighting effect. And it's a lug nut. It's old aircraft aluminum that I get from a salvage yard.
Good.
I mean, this is, and this is one that I played gigs with for years and years and years.
You did?
Yeah. I mean, I just, you know, I had a bunch of different rockers sign it that I would run across and over the years, and it was just, you know, I mean.
You were in a band or a lot of different bands?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, every guitar has a story, and these are great Christmas presents,
Yes,
birthday
they
presents.
are. Or
they're so unique.
The McSwain Guitars T-shirts.
There you go. Those aren't 10,000, are they?
No,
Okay,
those are very affordable. Go to www.mcswainguitars.com and get yours today.
I really am a fan. And next week, we talked about going to see some of your guitars that are in a shop.
Yes.
And this is your friend who does clothing.
Logan Reese. And Logan is a phenomenal artist that works with leather. And he does jackets and pants and shirts and furniture and housewares. He's just amazing. And so we have a mutual client that introduced us. And so I have about 8 or 9 guitars in his shop, which is on Robertson.
West Hollywood,
Yep.
right? So that's where we're going to be next week. Please, everyone, go and buy a guitar.
Please.
McSwain guitars, they're the best and the most colorful and the most unique and the most divine. Everybody should have one. This is Sharla with Celebrity Unseen. We'll see you next week.